Hi Anna, how are you?
Hi Sam, I am good. Yeah, I had a very good day today. I met with my friends and I'm going to meet my other friends in the evening. So a very socializing day for me.
On a Friday as well? Were you not working today?
No, I wasn't working at all today. I had a day off. Well, it was due to having some medical procedure in the morning.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's why I had a day completely off of my work. I was worrying a little bit about my work before, but that was it in this topic. And yeah, possibly I will have to call someone later, but that's it. I
Okay.
wasn't working today.
But you're meeting
So
some of your friends later on today as well?
yes, in the evening.
Okay.
In the evening. Then I am having my family on a barbecue tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
in my garden. And probably I will meet some of my other family, my husband's family, on Sunday.
Nice. Wow. Okay. Very busy. Lots of people. Will you be in charge of the barbecue or will your husband do that?
I think my husband will do all
Okay.
the hard work.
Okay.
Yeah, I will probably just walk around and ask people if they need something to drink
Okay.
and, serving things.
Mm-hmm. Do you like hosting people at your house?
I do. Yeah, we do it quite a lot, uh, especially with my friends. Some of my friends like to stay when we meet. We don't meet that often, but when we meet, we try to have at least one whole day for each other. So they usually come in the afternoon or during the day and stay for the night. So we have also a breakfast together. With my family, it's not that common for them to stay for a night. They don't do this really. Uh, but yeah, I like to host people in my house.
Nice.
It's very convenient. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, it is. Some people love it, and then that is like a bit stressful as well because sometimes you're focusing so much on the other people, and if they're having a good
Preparation.
time, that the hours pass by and you realize that you have just been kind of like running around the entire time looking after people and getting things for people and don't go in that bathroom and stuff like this. So it,
Mm,
it has its pros and cons.
I think that it depends greatly on how you approach the topic and how your family and your friends approach this topic of hosting. Like with my family, it's always like everyone, when we gather in any place of ours, everyone participates as much as they can with the preparation, maybe not the preparation, but then serving, cleaning things and everything. So it's not like I have guests and I have to be the only person to serve everything and just be in charge of everything what's going on, and they just sit and wait for me to serve them. uh, so we always like have great time together in the kitchen, in the garden, like any place where there is something to do. Like we all cooperate, which is, I think that it makes the whole experience much more enjoyable since it's not all on me.
100%. Yeah. They're the best type of guests. And also hosting sessions because, like you said, less responsibility.
Yes. So what about you, Sam? What were you up to, and what are you up to?
I've had a bit of a weird week because I had the day off on Wednesday because it was my girlfriend's birthday. So, yeah, I've been on technically like a mini holiday over the last week. I have been working, but I was away in the Lake District. So, today was the first day back to normal in Manchester. But it was nice to have Wednesday off. We climbed the highest mountain in England, which isn't actually that high. It's like 900 and something meters. So
Oh,
it's not that impressive, but still, it was very difficult, and the incline was literally non-stop. So as soon as you start, it was just incline the entire way with no breaks. There's no flat, so it was challenging, but it wasn't actually that high. So we were up and down with under 4 hours. So that was good, and it's
that's
always
so short.
yeah, I know. um, so yeah, it was fun, and it's quite interesting and fun knowing that at one stage I was the highest person in England. There was no living being on land who was higher than me in the whole of the country. So
Wow.
that's quite fun to think about.
Yeah, everyone is below you in such cases.
Exactly.
Literally.
Unless you're in an aeroplane, but they're not on land.
Then you're on a lot,
Yeah.
yes.
So generally, I'm great. I'm really good. Had a nice week. So yeah, getting back to reality. Well, it's Friday today, so not long. I've got the weekend now, and it's beautiful weather in the UK, sunny in April. I know. So hopefully this weekend we'll continue some birthday celebrations and do some nice things in the sun. So I think we're going for another walk tomorrow, and then I'm going to a concert on Sunday, which was my main present to my girlfriend. So we're going to see the music artist Olivia Dean. Do you know who she is?
I'm sorry, I don't know, but I am very not up to date with music and artists and things.
Yeah, so she's probably the most up and come, or like she's really become a lot more famous in the UK over the last like year or two, maybe. So she's a very popular pop artist, singer. I think people say that she's quite soul-y as well. So she kind of is a soul singer. Not really. It's more pop. I don't know. She's a singer, but she's really good, and my girlfriend loves her. So for her birthday, I bought her tickets to go see her. So in Manchester, there is a huge arena here called the Co-op Live. This got made like 2 years ago, I think, and it's huge. It's really big. I've been there twice. I went to see Hans Zimmer there. Well, his orchestra.
Hmm.
Not he wasn't actually there himself, which was a little bit disappointing because after the Manchester show, I went on like the Hans Zimmer Reddit page or something, or maybe it like popped up on my feed, and it said that Hans Zimmer came out at the London show like hanging from some ropes or something, playing the guitar. So I missed out on that, but the orchestra was still great at Hans Zimmer, and I went to see the pianist, sorry, Ian Audi. But I got those tickets for free. But he was great as well. But yeah, this will be my first like singing concert there, but it's a really huge arena, and there wasn't many really big arenas in the north of England. So this means that loads of acts are coming to Manchester for their big like tours. They probably would anyway, but they get to sell more like tickets now. And Manchester is more of a important place to go in England, especially if they're not from the UK. So imagine like an American band or something. They're only going to the UK. They probably would just go to London, but now there is an arena in Manchester which is big enough for those big names. So it should be fun. I've never really been to a concert where you're sat down before, though. So we'll be in like a huge arena, like quite at the far at the back.
People sit?
It's like 100,000 people, probably. Maybe it's not that much. Let me do a quick Google. Co-op live capacity. Oh, okay. It's 23,000. So yeah, I was way off with that one.
You could fit a whole town in there.
Yeah, so it is still big, but I was thinking of like football stadiums. Like I live pretty close to Old Trafford, which is Manchester United's ground, and that fits like 70,000 people. And when I've been in the Co-op Live before, I looked around and thought, wow, this is huge. So I thought that maybe it would be matching that. But yeah, 23,000 people is still a lot. And where we'll be high up, like sitting down. So I don't know what it's going to be like, to be honest, because usually at music concerts, you're standing up and you're, you know, relatively
Living the
close to the
concert.
stage. Yeah, exactly. So this will be more of a viewing experience, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like.
Easier to record.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
I had
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Gorillaz, the band, were playing there recently, and someone uploaded like the entire set from from their phone when they were set up. And I didn't want to go. I did want to go and see Gorillaz because I love Gorillaz, but then it was like it was a tour of their new album, and I listened to one song off the album when only one song was released. And I was like, oh, I don't really like it. And I thought, the whole album is going to be pretty similar, and I think it is. I haven't actually listened to it all the way through, and I thought that the performance was just going to be them performing all of their like off the new album, and I thought it'd be really disappointing to go and see Gorillaz eventually, and then it would just be none of their old stuff, which I actually really like. So I didn't go, and then I watched a YouTube video of this set that was uploaded, and they did a mixture of their new stuff and their old stuff, and it looked really good. So I was a little bit disappointed, but oh well. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to see them again.
Disappointed that it wasn't that bad. Do I get you correctly?
Yeah. I was disappointed that it was a good performance and they played their old stuff, but
even though you hoped it will be not that good.
Well, my expectations, I was wrong about my prediction, I guess. Whoa.
Yeah, I got you. That's a shame you mispredicted what they would perform.
Yeah.
And you missed.
Oh well. But maybe I'll see them again.
They're not going to die anytime soon. Like, you will get another opportunity probably to see them.
You say that, but musicians do have a good track record of dying quite early, so.
They are not 23, right? Is
Gorillaz?
it 23? This age when people die? Or 27?
27, the 27 club, yeah.
27.
Yeah, they're way older than that.
Not 27 too, so.
Yeah, they're good. So Anna, what is the best musical experience you've ever had?
The best musical experience. I think that I had quite a few nice music experiences before. I've been a couple of times to small concerts in my city, which were played by local bands, and they were quite small. I think that they could fit up to maybe 200 people or something, like very, very small events. I've been also to a concert of a very famous for Polish circumstances band, which is called Myslowiec, who comes from the city of Mysłowice.
Okay.
Which refers to the name refers to the place. They are pretty big, and the concert took place in a theater, like music theater. And I have been also to a very nice event, like long-term event of very niche music bands, and also like different artistic activities, which took place in 2023, I think. And that was exactly when why I started learning English, because when I was going to that event, that was when I met for the very first time this English girl, that basically meeting her led me to, or motivated me to start learning English.
What was she doing there?
So she had a Polish friend, and I think that she was going, like, this event is called Slot Art Festival, and slot stands for, it's a Polish shortcut for the Association of Local Artistic Centers. And it's an association of small artists, basically, from different genres, and like both music and like all kinds of other stuff. There were, I think, 8 different music stages, which played concerts each evening for 5 days, because this is how long this festival lasts. And there were also loads of artistic workshops. I think that a couple of hundreds, really. So one couldn't be really able to participate in all of them. I had a very, very tough time just choosing which I want to go to. And it was amazing. You could participate in 3 of those each day, times 5 days. gives you 15 different artistic workshops out of hundreds. So still a lot of fun things to do. And because of this place and this event it's very unique. I think that is very unique for like Polish scale as a country. There is not many places where you could go and like participate or take part in so many different artistic activities, and also listen to live music and things like this. So I think that this girl from the UK, she was friends with some Polish girl that I met on Facebook group that was created to contact people coming from different places to come together. And I know that she was there before some years ago on this festival, because I think that it's been organized for over 15 years, I'm sure, maybe even 20 so far. So this girl from England, she was there before, and she was going again from England. And I saw this post, the story. I saw this post on this group, Facebook group, and I volunteered to take her on my way. And yeah, this is how it started. Another thing is that you are not allowed to consume any kind of alcohol or
No?
drugs, obviously. And there, yes, you can go to tavern, just that is just outside of this place. But the outcome is that it's very clean in there, and it's very safe. And like we had a little camp with my friends, there was my brother, there was my cousin with his wife, and we happened, like we had this little camp together, with our tents, like grouped together. There was a table and some benches, and we happened to leave some cash on the table. Like someone left cash for someone else, and the other person didn't come for like hours to pick it up, and this cash was there, like laying
Wow.
outside. So yeah, people charge their phones. They just drop their phones with chargers, and just leave them there. So it's a very safe place. A lot of people with kids as well. Some workshops are also like designed for kids or for families.
Okay.
So yeah, a very very special place. I
Mm.
really enjoyed this experience. I would say that the vibe is very unique.
It sounds unique. I think if you hosted a festival in the UK and said to people you can't drink there, no one would show up. But I suppose if it's if there's a greater purpose, which is to explore the arts, then I'm sure loads of people would be interested. But yeah, when I think of festival in the UK, it's just a lot of people in the sun. Hopefully, lots of time. It does rain sometimes in the summer. Yeah, partying and just getting drunk for a few days. But I can imagine there are some more artsy festivals out there in the UK where sobriety is encouraged, but that's nice because festivals, there is a lot of mess at the end. You do see photographs of festival camps and people leave their tents and it just looks like a huge mess, and then it's not good for the
Uh,
land, and all those poor people the volunteers have to pick it all up. So it's nice that there's
yeah,
a culture of respect, not littering. I hate litter. So yeah, great.
yeah, it was very clean. It was very different from any kind of like other places where I could see people having fun. I think that people who drunk people don't really care that much about what they do with their waste.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Did you know that I used to teach a Polish drummer who's in a band? His name is Pavel. I don't know what band he's in, but his second name is the name of the band, and it's him and his brother. They do like alt rock music, and yeah, I think they're pretty popular in Poland, but I actually don't know what the name of the group is.
That is a great riddle, Sam. I will have to solve it now.
I know, yeah. I think I've told you this before. I must have told you this before.
You told me before that you taught some musician
Mm-hmm.
from Poland,
Yep.
Poland band,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't remember if you told me it was a drummer. and I'm not sure. I don't think you told me these details about his name.
Mm. Yeah, Pavel. This is a few years ago, so I will try and find the messages that we used to have, and I'll try and find the name of the group, but it's lost right now. But
Yeah, old rock. You said like old style rock,
alt rock, so alternative rock.
alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I may like it, but I can't think of anyone specifically now.
Yeah, so
But
he
I'm
could
not up to date with. Yeah.
he could be the most famous person I've taught. I did teach the wife of a mayor in Brazil once as well. So I think she actually referred to herself as a first lady, which, in the United States, like all the United States presidents have been men so far. So their wives have always been called first ladies, and I think she referred to herself as a first lady. I don't know, but yeah, her husband was a mayor of a specific region in Brazil. So I think she was. I don't know if she was that famous, but she was like a bit of an Instagram influencer at that stage, I think. But yeah, she was pretty famous as well. But
This is what they do now, right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. So they're competing. I think the drummer is probably more famous within their own nation. Obviously, no one outside of Brazil is probably going to know this mayor's wife. So, but I think the Polish drummer, his group only performed in Polish, I think, and I don't know. I did ask him this, like, have you ever thought about making music in English? Because really, who knows Polish in the world apart from Poles? And that just limits your audience.
Audience.
But if you are Polish and your native language is Polish, then I guess it doesn't really matter. But I suppose there's always this desire for more and bigger, and once you hit like a ceiling, maybe they hit a ceiling with their audience and their fans and their Spotify monthly listeners, and they think we want more. And I guess one way to do that is to produce music in English. But
But I always liked this sound, like how English sounds in general. But for poems or like poetry,
mm-hmm.
I really appreciate Polish in many cases. I don't think it really translates well sometimes. Sometimes I think that you just can't translate it because it just sounds so different, because we have so many like words that reflect sounds. For example, like what would it be, like the sound of like leaves and the wind.
Okay.
So leaves is a little bit of
Okay.
word, and wind is not at all. And in Polish, you have the word szelest, for example.
Okay.
Szeleścić.
I see.
And it's exactly the sound as this word makes. So sometimes you can just create something and it literally sounds like the words sound exactly how the sound sounds
Onomatopoeia.
that you are describing. Onomatopoeia, yes.
Onomatopoeia, like pop.
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 Yes.
A balloon pops.
Yes.
Or a bang. Is bang onomatopoeia?
Is it a word even?
Bang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bang.
A car
Okay.
banged into another car. I banged my knee.
Oh, crash.
Crash.
I think
Yep.
that also
Crash is onomatopoeia.
fits.
Boom. Boom.
Is boom a word?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boom.
What kind of word is it?
Boom. It's describing, well, it's a noun, boom, and it's like the noise of something. So I guess it's literally, yeah.
Is it a noun?
Boom. I think so. I hope so. Boom. Let's have a look. We can come back to this in a second. A booming sound or cry? Yeah, so it's about the sound.
Yeah, but is it a word?
Yes.
It's not
I could hear a boom down the street.
a boom. Okay.
She slammed the door with. Oh, that's bang. She slammed the door with a bang. That's a thesaurus giving me a different word. Oh yeah, and boom and bust. The economy goes through boom and bust cycles. Have you heard
Okay.
this? Booming.
Yeah, I'm asking. Mm-hmm.
A boomer.
I was
They're a boom.
I wasn't
He's a
sure.
boomer.
Boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Boomer. Yeah, I've heard it.
Baby boomer. Yeah, it usually means an increase in if there's like an increase in sound. Yeah, there's a boom in AI at the moment. So there's like lots
Mm-hmm.
of interest or volume there. So yeah, I guess that's why baby boomers are called. That's why the baby boomer generation is called that, because there was lots of babies in one generation.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
never realized that. Now I do.
I think that I realized just before when you said boomers.
Yep, boomers. There we go.
But yeah, I was asking because I used to see these words these words since they are words and cartoons, for
Yes.
example, and it was like always like there was this image of this like round shaped things with
Yeah.
spikes all around. It said like boom, and then we have those things that are not words, and they also put it as just a sound of something. So that's why I thought that maybe these are not words and just like expression of sound.
Yeah. They're still words. Like click. The door clicked. He clicked his fingers. Yeah, they're words. But yeah, you're right. In like cartoons and magazines, this is a good place to see them. I can imagine like a scene where someone's just been thrown, I don't know, into some furniture, and there's like a bubble, and it says like bang or something, or crash. Yeah. Onomatopoeia. There we go. Who's the most famous person that you've ever seen, Anna, in real life? Like with your own eyes?
I think the Pope.
The Pope? Oh, wow, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay. Wait, I'm guessing it was
Definitely.
the Polish Pope, not the American.
Polish Pope.
Yeah. Pope yes. Francis?
No, it was. Just let me think, because I still have his Polish name in my mind.
Pope Leo?
Pope. No, before that.
Wow, I don't know my popes.
I'm impressed you know any. Okay.
Say that again.
I'm impressed that you know at least some of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there we go. No, Pope
John
Leo
Paul.
is
John Paul. Yeah, John Paul. The second.
John Paul. Okay, yeah. So Pope Leo is the Pope now. He's from the United States. Pope Francis was the last Pope. He was from Argentina. Then Pope Benedict. German Pope. Okay. And then St. John Paul II, Polish Pope. First non-Italian in 455 years.
Yeah, and he was very young when he was elected. He was a pope for a very long time, because before all of them were very old when they were elected, and he was very young. So I think that he was pope for many years, but I'm not really good with numbers. But he was a pope for many years, and he visited Poland a couple of times. And once, when I was a teenager, I guess, I went to Krakow with my parents and some of my parents' friends and their kids, and we saw the Pope.
Wow. Yeah, he
We
was.
saw Pope. I should not say Pope, right?
I saw the Pope.
The Pope?
The Pope.
Oh yes, the Pope then.
Amazing. Okay. So what was he do? What was he doing? Was it like a? Was he giving a speech? Did you see him in the street? Was he in a
Yes.
supermarket doing his shopping, or what was he doing?
Oh, you don't. You know that we had this. Well, I always laughed about a little about this car
The Pope
called
Mobile.
Papa Mobile.
The
Yes.
Pope Mobile. I've seen the Pope Mobile. Did you see those AI pictures of the Pope in like a Mercedes G wagon, and he had like a puffer jacket on as well? Oh,
Do
I
I have
will.
it?
Can I share my screen on here? Yeah, I can. Let's do it. Okay. Pope AI G wagon. I think it was a G wagon. Okay, hold on. Maybe I've dreamt that. But yeah, this image kind of like circulated online. The Pope wearing a Balenciaga jacket,
Oh my.
and it was kind of one of the first AI generated images where people were really getting tricked by it.
Maybe I saw it.
But I really swear that he was in a Mercedes G wagon in one of them. But maybe I've dreamt that. Who knows?
Which car is it? Mercedes G wagon.
G wagon. I'm gonna put in Pope. It's one of these.
Mm.
Yeah, someone AI generated. Is this real?
No, it's hard to tell. Really.
Yeah, this is a G wagon like this.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, you saw the Pope. Was he in the Pope mobile?
No, he was just on the. I can't. There was a platform, I think,
Okay.
because to let people see him,
Mm-hmm.
they organized this mass on this like large green area on
Yep.
the riverbanks. There are very big riverbanks and very green, like a very large lawn basically,
Mm-hmm.
and you could fit thousands of people there. And this is what they did. It was almost like a concert, a music concert, when you have these quarters. I don't know how you call it. Like these like areas, fenced areas where you buy tickets for this specific place,
Yep.
and there were like big screens everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and basically, yeah, like a very big event with the Pope in the middle. I think I don't know. I can't really remember clearly because I think that I was just too young and too
Okay.
far away
Mm-hmm.
from everything. So I remember singing these religious songs
Okay.
and like listening to the speech,
Mm-hmm.
like and during this mass. But I don't remember much more of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a famous one. I've
I remember.
seen. Go on.
Sorry,
Sorry. Go on.
who?
Continue.
No, I just wanted to say that it was the first time I saw this many people in one place because it was large. Like there were thousands of people, and for me, yeah, I have never experienced anything like this before. Who was this person? The famous person you met, Sam?
Met or saw?
So,
Okay.
so who was the? Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the most famous.
Wow. Yeah, he's very very famous.
I didn't meet him, but yeah, I watched a Manchester United game at home when Cristiano Ronaldo played for Manchester United the second time, and yeah, I saw him live in the flesh. So he is definitely the most famous, but he could be one of the most famous people worldwide now. I think Donald Trump is probably the most famous, like recognizable from like name and face around the world globally. unless you can think of someone else. I think the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II.
Hmm.
Wow,
She was very
I hope
famous.
that was the right number. Um, I could have got that wrong. Who knows? But we'll see. I think she was the most famous when she was alive, but I think Donald Trump is probably the most famous person now. So yeah, I think Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are probably up there because football is just so like big around the world. And I think most people probably know who Cristiano Ronaldo is through name and face.
Hmm.
So yeah, he's definitely the most famous person I've seen. I went to a big festival this year in the UK, but I'm trying to think if I saw like some really, 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 really famous people. I don't think I did on like an international stage. I saw like big names, but no one as big as Cristiano Ronaldo. But the most famous person I've met was Bernie Sanders, who is an American politician. He ran for president in 2016 and 2020 as a Democrat candidate. He actually didn't run for the president. He didn't reach the Democratic candidate. He was always in the, what is that called? The primaries. Yeah. So he was competing to be the Democratic nominee in 2016, but Hillary Clinton beat him. And then in 2020, when Joe Biden beat him. So he's a more left wing politician. And yeah, the Democratic Party always stopped him becoming the candidate. But he is very famous in the United States and outside of the United States. If you're interested in politics, maybe if you're not, then you probably don't know him. But he's really big and famous now inside of America. And yeah, somewhat worldwide if you're interested in politics. But yeah, he wasn't famous when I met him. He was like a really small socialist senator. And I studied politics at college, also at university, but before university. And my teacher, when, yeah, I was 17 and 18 when you're in college, or like 16, 17, 18. I was actually 18 at the time that I went, but he did a yearly, the college did a yearly trip to Washington, D.C. And this was like the best school trip I've ever been on. I was like 18, but it was huge, flying from the UK
I
to
can imagine.
Washington, D.C. It was loads of fun. Um, so yeah, but the only problem was that we were used to drinking and you can't drink then. So um, me and
Oh
my
no.
me and my friends just ended up smoking loads of cigarettes because it was the only thing that we could do.
Oh
I
really?
didn't even enjoy smoking that much, but because because we were like, oh my god, we can't drink. What are we gonna do? Yeah, we just ended up buying loads of cigarettes. I did have a sore throat after that week, but yeah, my teacher was in contact with Bernie Sanders, who was just a normal senator at that time, and every year he gave a talk to the college that we went to. So that was great because I didn't go to like a fancy college. I just went to the normal college in my town. So it was really nice that he always made time for my teacher and the students that came over from the UK, and he gave a talk and answered some questions. I remember one of my best friend actually asked him about some landmines or something. Weird, weird question, but yeah, that felt very normal at the time. But now looking back on it and looking at how big and famous he's become, it is quite a strange experience to think that I was in a room doing like a Q&A with him. But yeah, that's definitely the most famous person I've met. But maybe if I live to, oh no, you just get a letter. Have you heard of this thing that if you live to 100, then the king or queen in the UK writes you a letter congratulating you?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
I just got mixed up in my brain and thought that they invited you to meet them, but that would be too much work for the royal family, so they just send a letter.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll have to do something really big and impressive to meet the king. Maybe one day.
Do you want to meet with him?
I'm not really too bothered, but that he would be more famous than Bernie Sanders is my logic. But
Okay.
there's also
Okay.
loads of other there's also loads of other more famous people, so I've got more opportunities. But I'm not really that bothered. I don't think if I would meet famous people, I don't think I would really even like if I saw them in the street. Like if you see some people see like a celebrity, they like run up to them and bother them and like ask for a photo. I don't think I would do that with people because What am I going to do if I meet Killian Murphy, for example, on the street, and
Yeah.
I get a selfie with him? What am I going to do with that? I don't even have social media. I'm going to message my mum because she fancies him, and then that's it. And then every time I'm at a dinner party, I'm out with my friends, and someone says his name, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, well, yeah, I met Killian Murphy," and then show them a picture.
Yeah.
But that's it. So I'd prefer not to bother them and just let them live their lives. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of, but that's it. Yeah. What do you think you would get? Is there anyone that you would get a selfie with or a photo with?
If I met someone who I really like, someone who I really like and like appreciate, I think that then I would definitely want to have a picture with them, just to keep this good memory
Yeah.
and like make sure that it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. But can you think of anyone?
Who I would like to meet and take a picture with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, hmm. Maybe some actors, but I don't think I would feel comfortable bothering them really.
Yeah.
So it would have to be a person that I genuinely like, really like, and first of all want to tell them a compliment
Mm-hmm.
that I really love them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if they are okay and not annoyed of being interrupted, whatever, then I would love to have a picture with them.
Yeah. I feel like I would prefer to do it to someone who is more niche and quite small rather than
Hmm.
someone big and famous because they're probably used to it and they probably don't like it. But for example, there's this guy on YouTube who became quite famous recently, and not famous, but his YouTube channel blew up because he's a wine taster and he makes quite entertaining videos. Like tasting wine and trying wine, and he ran the London Marathon, and he drank some wine at like every single mile. And
Oh my
someone
god.
recorded it, and he had to like guess what wine it was, and he got a few of them right. But that short video blew up. And sometimes I watch some of his videos, like he goes to like supermarkets and buys cheap wine and like tastes them, and like he's quite funny. Um, but I think if I saw him, I would probably get a photo of him because he probably doesn't get that much, and I think it would just be quite funny. And I could send it to my friends and they would enjoy it. But if I saw Leonardo DiCaprio or someone,
Yeah,
I
it's
probably
a
wouldn't go up to them and like, "Hi, can I get a photo?"
no, I wouldn't do this as well.
Yeah, that must be so tiring.
Yeah, if you are very famous and you've been very famous for like decades,
Mm-hmm.
like really famous, you can see them like hiding sometimes in a very understandable and also ridiculous way,
Yeah.
trying to protect their privacy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really blame them. So I can imagine it can be really, mm, yeah, really annoying when people, like so many people, just seem to wait to your weakness to get you and take
Yeah.
a picture of you. I can imagine it must be terrible. So I wouldn't like to be one of these people, just part of this crowd.
Yeah, I saw a short video of Ed Sheeran being asked if he flies private jets everywhere. Ed Sheeran's obviously very rich. He could afford to get a private plane everywhere if he wanted to. But he said he doesn't because it's like loads of money, and he just flies with like an expensive airline instead and just hides. So he just has a hood up in the airport and pretends he's not Ed Sheeran. And he says that he has to take a few photos occasionally, but it's worth it's worth it instead of paying a ridiculous amount of money for a private plane. So, but it's the price you pay.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. Should we finish there?
Yeah, yeah. I think that we ran through quite a few nice topics.
Yeah. I was going to say if anyone ever recognizes me from my YouTube channel, don't ask me for a photo, but I think I'm pretty safe. From my
Yeah, I
2,700
really loved
subscribers.
having photo with you, Sam. Really.
Yeah, yeah, you did get a photo of me, but I suppose we organized to meet up. So That was a
It
little bit.
wasn't.
That was a little bit different than you
Yes.
bumping into me in York and be like, "Oh wow, it's the guy who owns the
So,
community I'm in." Yeah, it's Sam. Maybe I'll actually just tell people that you yeah bumped into me and got a photo of me, and that's the origin
you're
of that story, really.
crazy stalker.
Yeah, there we go. And now you're here. Anyway, thank you for listening to this podcast episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, come back next week for the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.